crime scene. When Francisca's body was discovered, she still had the knife that he used on her. It was still stuck on the side of her neck. She still had that. So that also was taken in as evidence. DNA prints were also tested on it. The ATM card of his mother, Francisca's ATM card, was found in his possession. As when he was asked about it, what he said was that his mother had earlier sent him to go collect the ATM card at the bank. He basically just forgot to give it to her. That was his explanation on the ATM card. The court could not find him anything less than guilty, and he was sentenced to a total of 45 years in prison. He's serving 42, 43. Some of the years were suspended from his sentence. But the more I was reading it, the more my jaw was just dropping to the ground. A lot of things were going on. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the years that he got were enough for the crimes that he committed, or do you guys think that he should have gotten more? Before he ended his confession, he mentioned that he always knew that there was something wrong with him. During his childhood, they would visit so many psychiatrists. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I wanted to touch on that a little bit. I would also like to emphasize on the fact that mental health is literally one of those things that is never talked about. Romeo clearly showed signs of struggling with his mental health, and this manifested in what happened on that night on the 18th of January 2008. His mental health issues went untreated for so many years until they resulted in what resulted that night. People emphasize more on teaching, and then they forget that the minds that are supposed to receive this information that we are forcing on these learners also need to be protected. It needs to be helped so that they can be in the right mental state. Desmond said that Romeo saw psychiatrists as well for his mental health because he had mental health issues. But Desmond also said that in his testimony in court, he also said that Romeo is a spoiled brat. He always gets his way. If he doesn't get his way, then he would start crying and things like that. Or if his parents shouted at him or yelled at him, then he would start crying. So Desmond basically just called Romeo a spoiled brat. And somebody in the comment section recommended this case, and shout out to you. I had no idea this case even existed until you recommended it to me. So thank you so much. I'm just like, this thing of just arresting criminals and then not offering the necessary psychological and mental help does not help, because now you're keeping this person locked up without helping them, and then after these 40 something years you release them back into society without treating the problem. And I also hope that the brothers Desmond and Mario and their families also got the necessary counseling, because I am sure that the nightmares that came after discovering that horrific crime scene would have been brutal and tormenting, and I really hope that they got the psychological help. Mental health education should be one of the majors in the education mainstream as well, so that it can also become like a compulsory subject.